Hey guys, we are going into the final match of a standard league with our blue-red fevered vision deck. We are 3-1, so if we go, we've already broken even no matter what, which is nice. But it would be nice to get a little bit of gravy. So if we go 4-1, that's what we'll get. I'll be back with you guys when I have an opponent. All right, we lost the die roll, but we do have a pretty good hand, I think. So we'll keep it. So we probably play maybe he plays us something we can twin bolt on turn 2, and then we play Sin Prodder. That'd be cool. This is the kind of hand where if Tormenting Voice gets added to it, it's pretty incredible. But I may hold on to Twin Bolt. Like, when you don't know what opponent you're playing, sometimes you want to make sure you get to kill something with it. I don't know what we're playing here. Okay, is it a burn deck? So far, I mean, the Needle Spires is different from us, of course, but... I mean, obviously we hold on to Twin Bolt, because he may play something we can kill. If he doesn't, I am leaning towards just firing it off, since we have Fevered Visions now, which will draw us more cards. We can kill that, luckily. It is pretty good against us, but we can kill it with Fiery Temper if we have to. So I'm going to Twin Bolt him, dropping him to 18. Okay, now we have Avacyn's Judgment. I think we still play Fevered Visions. Start drawing cards as soon as we can. Also, is very likely to do 2 to our opponent next turn. All right. Do I play my Prodder? Probably, especially because Fiery Temper could be important later for killing this thing, which has lifelink, which is the bane of our existence. Basically, he can just break even on if he attacks me now with Shambling Vent, and that's what he's going to do. So I'm okay with that. It keeps him at 18, basically, and he still gets to draw his card, which is pretty good for him, I guess. But maybe wise to play Sin Prodder now. Maybe I want to play Chandra, though, actually. I think I do. Getting her flipped against this deck seems good. He doesn't seem to... Although, I guess he has lands that can attack her, but... It's a pretty steep cost. Now we get to draw another land. Another card, but it is a land, so... Guess I could have cracked my wilds to reduce the chances of that, but... It's negligible. So, the vents... The vents. Shambling Vent coming, rumbling in. No, Radiant Flames. Okay. So this is a control deck of some kind, which I think bodes well for us. Drops him to 16. We're going to use our wilds here, too. Does show he's worried about Chandra, that he was willing to just go for the 1-for-1 there. Okay, I think we play our Sin Prodder now. See what that prompts our opponent to do. Although if we do that, we don't have the mana up for Fiery Temper next turn, but it's probably okay. Play our Prodder. See what we draw with our extra card. Another land, so at least we're getting through all our lands. So we have a lot of burn in our hand. We have, what do we got? 9 damage. Plus what Fevered Visions is doing. And his hand's pretty stocked. I don't see it getting empty anytime soon, so it's going to keep hitting him. All right. Sin Prodder does eat a lot of those. So you swing with the Shambling Vent now? No, Nahiri. Okay. She can exile my enchantment. Do I just ignore her, the fact that she exists. I think I probably do. And just try to burn my opponent out here. I mean, if I do that, I can kill her, but I think we just want to hit our opponent. Okay. This time I think we do want to leave mana up for our Fiery Temper to kill a Shambling Vent, should that happen again. So I'm just going to use Avacyn's Judgment here. And I mean, we can still use our Fiery Temper at the end of our opponent's turn. So, I mean, the ultimate on her is scary, but I can't imagine that many things that just kill me immediately. I could be wrong. I don't know what my opponent's deck exactly has in it. Okay, he's going to exile that, which makes some sense. He's tired of taking the damage. Definitely shows you that thing isn't Howling Mine, because most control decks would be like, yeah, I'm happy to draw cards constantly. But they're not against that, usually. Something scary. Chandra, okay. She's a much scarier Planeswalker than Nihirius. Magic Online is being laggy. There we go. Oh, it crashed, so. All right, my opponent playing Chandra actually crashed Magic Online for me. So he's got me on a 3-turn clock with Chandra. Worth noting. So it is worth noting also that Twin Bolt is really good against those. I can at least buy myself another turn if I have to. But right now I do have 10 burn in my hand, so I may be able to burn him out before he can kill me. So we'll just take the 6. And at the end of his turn, we'll cast Fiery Temper on him. Although he does have freaking Shambling Vents, which if they start attacking will make my life a lot more difficult. So, that's worth remembering. I do not want to redirect damage. Nope. I'm going to sacrifice Evolving Wilds and get a mountain. Worth noting we can attack with Fumarole here openly, which is probably just what we do this turn. Dropping him to 5. Of course, then he can use his Vent. Oh, there's Twin Bolt too. So now we have 4, 7, 9, which is exactly what we need to kill him. And I still have a Fiery Temper to use in the event that he... So I don't have the mana to activate my Fumarole and play Fiery Temper. Right? Stupid lifelink. And he can turn them on twice, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean, assuming he draws a land. Comes into play untapped, he can activate both of them, which is terrible for us. That card is very good against us. It's one of the few cards played in Standard right now that's just, like, destroys this sad deck. I could play Chandra, but it's not really worth it, I don't think. I think we just pass the turn and be ready. If we have to fire off Fiery Temper on that thing, on one of those, then we will. Although I guess I can play Chandra. I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference once I pass my turn what I do. So I will play her. If I can get her to flip, or if I get this Chandra to use her -X, then either of those makes me happy because it buys us some time. Yeah, I drew the land, so he can turn on both his vents, which is bad. Bad news for us. Good news for us is we can probably flip Chandra if he's aggressive here. But we'll just have to see. Even if he's not aggressive, we can flip her. We can do 4, 6, 7, 8. We can do 9 with the stuff in our hand. So, assuming Chandra's still alive, and even if she's not alive, depending on what he does here, we can do 9 with what we have in our hand. So, Ruinous Path. Okay. I think that means we win because. Yeah, I mean, this does 4, these do 6, right? So I'll be at 2, and we Fiery Impulse, Fiery Temper at the end of his turn, and then Firecraft and Twin Bolt. So 4, 6, yeah, that's 9 exactly. Okay, so we're okay with that. We're okay with that play. Better remember to use my Twin Bolt, though. All right, so we take 9 here. We probably want Negate against this deck because countering those Planeswalkers is a big deal. I'm going to use Twin Bolt in response to that. Which drops him to 7, and then we have 7 in our hands. So plus Fumarole. We can kill him a lot of ways, actually. Fumarole plus Firecraft. No. We just need to remember to click no here, too. That is one thing that is way easier in real life than it is on Magic Online. Like, you just say, I cast this and do the damage to your Planeswalker. Alright, so we just win. We go Firecraft, your Dome. Better click no both times again. No, no. And then we do Fiery Temper to his Dome. And that is game. Nope. Nope. All right. Sideboard. Our creatures in general don't seem great, except for our very fast ones. Like Chandra doesn't seem awesome. Maybe I'll leave one in, and our Prodders don't seem awesome. Oop. We'll probably leave one Chandra in. Rending Volley kills his lands. So do our Impulses. That's basically the only reason they stay in. Both the manlands we saw die to Rending Volley. I think I might side it in. But it may be better to just have more burn to his face with Avacyn's Judgment. Although the volleys seem good. Let's side in one volley and one Judgment. Let's split the difference there. Yeah. I mean, Fiery Impulse kills them too once I have Spell Mastery. And so do like a lot of my other burn spells. I mean, this is way more efficient, I guess, than everything but Fiery Impulse, but I think I just go for another burn spell for the face. Yeah. On to game 2. But yeah, basically just our Avid and our Storm Chaser are good against him. His deck's just got so much removal that the other creatures aren't very good. The other two get value really quickly, so they're pretty good. I think I keep this. We do need to draw land, but we're on the draw, so I think we keep it. We got 2 Fiery Impulses, which isn't the best card against this player, but against this deck, but it's fine. And it can kill that if we get Spell Mastery first, which shouldn't be too hard. All right, now we have a turn 2 Storm Chaser Mage. We're just going to do this now. And end our turn. So turn 2 Storm Chaser Mage will be nice. It's not something we had in the first game, which we kind of had to grind out for this deck. You have anything on turn 2? Transgressing my mind. Well, Fevered Visions or Fiery Temper. Everything else is immune. Unfortunately, it gets exiled, so it won't contribute to Spell Mastery. I'm guessing he hits Fevered Visions. That's what I would hit anyway. Because it's really good against him. I mean, it did a lot of damage. Yeah, that's what he hit. Did a lot of damage in game 1. Oh, if we're going to have mana problems, though, we're in trouble. So we'll play a Storm Chaser. We did draw another Fevered Visions, so if we get to play that next turn, I'm going to be pretty happy, but we definitely need to draw the land. There's 22 left in my 50-card library. There's a decent chance, but it could also be an Evolving Wilds or a Fumarole. It's neither. So I think we bash and play Twin Bolt. We do 4 to him, dropping him to 15. End our turn. We can Fiery Impulse our own guy to get in for damage. I think I've said that on the other videos. I've never done it, but it's not the worst thing in the world. If we draw third land at a reasonable time, like now, for example, I feel pretty good. Third land, third land, third land, third land, third land. Yes, we did it. Just have to say it enough times and it happens. I think I play Fevered Visions here. And then we can start firing up Burn. We get to draw more cards, like another Fevered Visions. I don't know if I want to play 2, but could be the play. He can activate a Shambling Vent here, but chances are he's going to take 2. Even this deck, the deck we're playing doesn't usually play more than 1 spell a turn. I could be wrong with that spell. 2 Transgress the Minds. He could hit my Firecraft or another Fevered Visions. Or Fiery Temper, but that seems highly unlikely. It's the worst of those 3 cards by a long shot. By a long shot. Alright, Fevered Visions it is. So our opponent's going to drop to 13 here. Oh, no, he's not. He played a land. That's right. Okay, well, that's nice. I think we go ahead and do the Tormenting Voice Fiery Temper combo, which will also get us to Spell Mastery. Drops him to 12. I would love to draw a red source here. We didn't, because then I would be able to Fiery Impulse that thing. But we do have our opponent down to 12. Which is good, I think. Planeswalker of some kind. Oh, Kalitas. You're going to have to Exquisite Firecraft him. The lifelink on him on top of everything else is just bad news for us. So yeah, we're just going to use our Firecraft here, unfortunately. I don't love using it this way, but we gots to. Come on, give me a land. I'm drawing extra cards. Oh my god. All the Fiery Impulses. We'll probably play our Abbot just to try to hit a land. I mean, I can definitely see doing that. Sadly. If we hit a land, I mean, we're definitely going to start doing some burning. So, seems likely that he's going to take... Oh, nope, never mind. He can play... If he plays a spell now, he won't take anything. If he doesn't play a spell, he'll take 2. Which does... It is sort of like, it makes it harder for him to activate his man lands when it's like, he gets... It sinks the mana into that, and then he can't play another spell, and then he takes 2. But Shambling Vent at least negates that and does 2 damage to me. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. So he stays at 12, basically. We take damage here. He knows we have at least 2 Fiery Impulses in our hand. He doesn't know we have 3, though. So our opponent takes 2, goes to 12. Okay, since we drew a land, well, I think we still play our Abbot, even though we drew a land. Yeah, we do. And I think then we cast Tormenting Voice, discarding one of my 12 Fiery Impulses. Okay. Too bad we didn't draw have another mountain in play, because now if we draw a Fiery Temper, we can fire it off for 1 red. So we have 4, 6, 8 burn in our hand, which is good, especially because we have a body. Now we have 10. I'm going to discard... I just don't see Fevered Visions getting in for more damage, and I think Tormenting Voice could be good later, especially if he blows up our enchantment and we stop drawing cards. Of course, then we want the Fevered Vision in our hand too, but I think we discard it. All right. So if he doesn't kill our Abbot, we're pretty thrilled with our situation. We get in for more damage. I mean, if he plays some big creature, then obviously it doesn't matter. But I mean, we do have Exquisite Firecraft that can kill a lot of stuff. He can kill that, but he's going to get back like Radiant Flames or something to kill our Abbot. There's a lot of different choices. He's going to transgress us. Okay. He is tampering with our hand a lot. So we do get to keep our Abbot, which is interesting. I wonder if he hits Firecraft here. Probably, because I can Firecraft and swing for 3 right now. And he's also going to take 2 at the end of his turn, unless he has another Transgress the Mind. Yeah, he hit Firecraft. Do you have another Transgress the Mind? No, you have Ultimate Price. Okay. He does kill our guy in the end. Okay, so we have like a million different things we can do. I'm kind of leaning towards going Tormenting Voice, Fiery Temper, but I can also just discard Fiery Temper and end my turn, and then I have 3 mana up for like Twin Bolt and an Impulse if that's what I want to do. This does draw me more cards, but we have a lot of gas in our hand already, so I'm not really concerned about drawing more. I'm going to draw a card at the end of my turn anyway, so. All right, give us another card. Another Abbot. All right, so we're going to discard Fiery Temper. Drops our opponent down to 9. And then we hold on to stuff in our hand to do, like we can kill a Shambling Vent if that's what we need to do with a Fiery Impulse, which I think is what we'll need to do if he turns one into a creature. And we can also just burn with Twin Bolt at the end of his turn for 2, which would put him at 7. So we have a lot of choices. Big Chandra. You going to play Chandra? Chandra is bad. Chandra is pretty bad for us right there. Okay. She can swing for... We can get hit for 10 right now. Do I play Twin Bolt and kill both of those? Let's do some math here. I take 10, then I'm at 4, and I'm just dead next turn. Absolutely dead, no matter like what I do. So I think we probably do Twin Bolt the 2 elementals here. We may actually have to try to kill Chandra this time around, too, because she's that much of a problem, since we're at a relatively low life total. Because if we drop him to 7, there's like no way we just kill him. You know what I mean? So we do have the option of holding on to cards and discarding Avacyn's Judgment, which, oh my god. How many times has my mind been transgressed in this game? How many times? Oh, gosh. He chose not to hit anything? Oh, he couldn't hit anything. That's right. 3 or greater. Okay. Do we play Abbot? Abbot can block. I mean, I can see Avacyn's Judgment just like potentially winning us the game later, like having to discard it after this. So, I mean, I probably shouldn't have played my land. In fact, I definitely shouldn't have played my land. But we're going to play our Abbot. Yeah, of course we hit a land after I screwed up. All right. I think we just end our turn and be ready once again to use Twin Bolt if we have to. This time we don't have to necessarily. So if I play this land next turn, I can burn for 5 with Avacyn's Judgment. I can put him to 7 with Twin Bolt. Yeah, that's not enough. That is not enough. All right, Tormenting Voice. I mean, these impulses are the only thing holding these Shambling Vents at bay, so I'm thankful for those. We can also double impulse, potentially, the Goblin Dark Dweller. But I don't think that's what we want to do. We could impulse and Twin Bolt, which might be what we want to do. We can kill 1 token and the Goblin if we do that. So, -4/-4, that's not something we can stop, no matter. I mean, we can play 2 spells. That's not enough to save him. See what else our opponent does here. I mean, we're going to buy ourselves time, but I think this is a race we eventually lose because, yeah. We can blow up a lot of stuff if what he's... Oh, he's not. I thought he was about to activate a Shambling Vent. As I say, I get to blow that up, I can kill one of these, and I can kill your Goblin. I can do it all. Oh, no, I can't do quite all. I can't quite do all of that. So I'm going to use Twin Bolt number 2 to do 1 and 1. Chandra's the real problem, though. She's eventually just going to kill us. So, but we do take this guy down. And then we go to 7. What do we need to draw here? Well, that's interesting. Question is, do I redirect the damage to Chandra and just try to kill her? I wish I got to see what I drew from Tormenting Voice first, but that's not how it works. So we're going to use Tormenting Voice, discard Fiery Temper. I think we just redirect. You know, leaving our Painful Red up was probably a mistake. I think we do the 3 to him. Don't redirect it. Okay. Now we're going to drop him to 4. So all we have is an impulse to defend us, which we'll have to do 1 damage to ourselves with, so we lose because I didn't tap my mana properly. But we'll make my opponent do it, make him kill us. If he doesn't activate his land for some reason, then we're okay, but I don't see that happening. Yeah, I should not have tapped my mana like that because now I'm dead. Yeah, now he knows I'm dead. He's just going to hit my impulse. Yeah, and then we're dead. Game 3, though. We have 1 more game. We tried to grind this one out. Didn't go our way. You're going to have to do more than that, though. Turn on one of your lands, and I'll scoop. I'm sure you will. You turn them all on. Well, at least 2 of them. Wow, I have 19 cards in my graveyard. I guess I play a lot of spells or something. Oh, he just wants to really go big. Okay, we're dead. And I guess I should have waited, and maybe he clicked the wrong one on accident, but that seems wrong. So, yeah, I mean, I think we leave our deck the same. I think it's right to do what we're doing. We do need an Abbot or a Storm Chaser in our hand to be really happy. So hopefully we get that in our opening hand, that is. All right, give us a good hand. Well, we got a Storm Chaser, but the rest is bad. I think I still keep it, though. As crazy as that sounds. I'm going to keep it. Fevered Visions will start drawing us cards, and he won't be able to deal with it immediately. It'll also start hurting him quickly. So we play our Wilds first. So, I mean, unless we hit, like, all lands, I mean, we're in pretty good shape. If he transgresses us, we're in trouble, though, I will say. Because our hand relies pretty heavily on Fevered Vision. So, you know. Let's just get an island. Yeah, our hand now. I mean, definitely. Like, if he transgresses us here, we're gonna be in some trouble. Probably dead, basically, unless we draw really well. It's interesting because Transgress doesn't actually hit that many targets in my deck, but it does hit Fevered Visions, and I guess that's what he's the most worried about. Play a tap land. Play a tap land. Play a land that comes into play tapped. Play it tapped. Yes. We get to play our Fevered Vision, which is, I think, very important. Oh, Duress. I forgot about that. Oh, no. Oh, that was a dangerous hand to keep against Duress and Transgress. Well, but the Magic Gods decided that we get things our way anyway, and I'm okay with that. That was definitely a lucky draw, bailing out a hand I should not have kept against a deck with so much hand disruption, and it may get us the W. It also might not. We'll just have to see. It is the good news is all of his hand removal is bad now. I mean, I guess he can hit the card I just drew, but it doesn't seem that good. And our opponent's going to go to 15 here. Okay, so I think we play Abbot here. We don't want to play our land first, which is a mistake I made earlier. So we're going to play our Abbot. And do we play this land? I don't think we do. I think Twin Bolting here is of more value. Although that Fumarole could be relevant later. Yeah, let's keep it. Let's get it. I guess if we get Duress, I'm going to be sad again, but could be about to Radiant Flames too, which means I'll do less damage, but if he taps out for Radiant Flames, on top of the damage he takes from Fevered Visions, he'll then also get hit by Wandering Fumarole, so I have that going for me. What do we draw? Another Twin Bolt. Well, we can double Twin Bolt next turn if our opponent doesn't do something to our two guys, and that'll be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll be 10 on top of the 2 he takes. So he's probably going to play Radiant Flames, though. Let's be honest. Nope, just that. Okay, we still get to do a lot of damage. Plus he takes 2 from Fevered Visions here. So now that we have Negate, I think we do things a little differently. I think we just use 1 Twin Bolt. So we drop him to 10, because negating is huge. Like, we haven't drawn it our other games, but it is big. Like, we counter a Planeswalker, we counter a removal spell, and we just win off of that. So I think we get in for 3, drop him to 7. Yeah, the Magic Gods definitely bailed me out this game by giving me my Fevered Visions. I do acknowledge that. And I haven't necessarily won yet, but I'm definitely in good shape, and that's good. He's also stuck on 3 lands. When you get this played against you, you do not want to be stuck on any number of lands. So if he plays removal here, we just negate, and we win if we negate removal here. Yeah, so we just use negate. Because we'll use Twin Bolt, that'll be 5, and he'll take 2 from Fevered Vision, so that should just be game. So he goes to 5. All right. And we can also just attack with our Fumarole, I guess. But I'm going to do this. Make sure my math's right. It's right. That would be bad. I guess I could... No, Fiery Impulse would kill my guy right now. So, yeah. So we won. We went 4-1 with this deck, which I think is one of the better showings. At least since I started doing leagues, it's one of the better showings this deck has done. So we do get 1 pack and a QP and then more than enough play points. So 4-1's pretty good. This deck, definitely the metagame right now is good for it. I think this series of videos proved that. We did lose 1 match, of course. But other than that, I mean, the deck was fairly powerful. And it's cheap, too. So if you have the cards for it or want to build a cheap deck, I think this is a great deck for you to be bringing to F&M right now in Standard. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like,